Hey everyone, and welcome back for another episode of Round Robin. I'm your host, Tracy Preston, along with Christine Mulligan, Nina Mulligan, Angela Hafler, and of course, my husband, Todd Preston. Hey everyone.
Hello. Yo, yo, yo. What's up?
Hey, everybody.
Okay, this is a little crazy, and this marks the third episode that we have talked about this particular person. Hold on a sec, just hold on. First, we talked about his amazing last concert named Back to the Beginning, and that occurred in Birmingham, England, where he sang from his dark throne. Then on the following show, we talked about how he bagged $190 million from that concert, and he gave it all away to children's charities, right? Now, this episode, today's show, we're going to talk about him one last time. Just 17 days after his concert, Ozzy Osbourne, the self-proclaimed Prince of Darkness, the godfather of heavy metal, passed away at his home with his family on July 22nd, 2025. I don't know about you guys, but all I keep thinking about is the show that we did about Dr. Kevorkian.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I feel like he knew this was coming. He gave his one farewell concert, donated all those earnings from the show, then planned to end it. That's just my take on it. What do you guys think?
Well, I did hear something about Tony Iommi, who's one of the Black Sabbath band members.
Yeah.
He kind of got this feeling. The way Ozzy was talking, he knew he was just holding on for this last show.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Because really, and like I said, the whole Dr. Kevorkian thing is, why couldn't he take control of it? I mean, the guy did an entire concert sitting on a throne.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, my life's shit.
Right.
And I think maybe he planned it. What do you guys think?
Oh, yeah. I mentioned that to Adam.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Christine, do you guys have any thoughts about it? Do you think he did? Or do you think it was just circumstance?
I think that it's something that we'll probably never know, because it's just as believable to say that he suffered for so long, and you know, the human psyche and the power of humanity and all that, like, you know, when you're going to go, and those stories are out there. And at the same time, we all knew that money wasn't a problem for him to hire the people that he needed to hire and get what he needed to get to do it on his own terms. But I think that it's kind of, I don't know how I feel about, it feels a little bit dirty to diminish that with rumors if he did do that, only because I think that, you know, the choice should be yours. You know, like we talked about when we talked about Kevorkian, it's a slippery slope. Like, it's hard to be a solid line on either side of whether you think it's right or wrong. But I don't know. Self-choice is a thing. And
I didn't hear any. Are we speculating this because there was some pictures of some doctors or something leaving? Like,
No, it's just me. That's my hypothesis.
Well, I did also read that paramedics were on scene and tried to revive him for 2 hours.
They were on scene?
Yeah. So they were called to the mansion to try
I didn't see that.
to try and get him to live. So I can assume that he wasn't doing an assisted suicide, that he was truly just passing away on his own.
Still think he knew.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think he was holding on for that last show, and then
Sharon needed him to do one more concert, damn it.
yeah, like, isn't that kind of the thing? I've heard people say, you know, their loved ones will have dementia or whatever debilitating thing that doesn't make them remember towards the end. And then, you know, like right the day before they go or whatever, all of a sudden they become incredibly lucid, and it's like they remember everything, and then the next day they pass away, you know? Or like someone works for a very long time, and then they retire, and 10 days later they die, you know?
Right.
So I think if nothing else, he probably knew like this was going to be his last one, and he did it the way that he wanted to do it. And then I think he felt accomplished, and his family was like, we're ready. And he said, I'm ready. And then he took those Stairway to Heaven. I don't know. You know, like, I feel like it was much more just like the last hurrah. And he gave everything that he could, which is, you know, kind of what his stick was. Like, that was his thing for his fans. And then he said, rest in peace, you know, peace out. Deuces.
Mama, I'm
You know?
coming home.
Mm-hmm.
Ba-dum-bum.
See, this
That
one,
was cheesy.
this kind of hit me hard though, because I mean, I've always been a fan of Ozzy, and I had a lot of memories pop up, you know, because when Noelle, my youngest daughter, was a baby, it was the only way I could get her to calm down was to put on some Ozzy or Black Sabbath, because she would be crying. And she'd be in the car seat in the back of my car, and I couldn't get to her, you know, because she's all strapped up back there, you know. Couldn't get her to quit crying, so I just put Ozzy on, and she would stop.
She's like, oh.
She would stop crying.
A lullaby. So Ozzy was a lullaby.
Yeah.
A lullaby for Noel. I love it. So I looked up some things about Ozzy because, of course, you know, we talked about him before. I liked his music. So I grabbed some information off of Wikipedia, so I just wanted to kind of throw out some stuff about Ozzy.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, so he was born John Michael Osborne on December 3rd, 1948, so he's a Sag, just like me. He was an English singer, songwriter, and media personality, which we know about. He co-founded the heavy metal band Black Sabbath in 1968, where he was the lead singer. It was during this time with the band that he donned the nickname Prince of Darkness. And did you know that the band actually fired him in 1979 because of all of his issues with drugs and alcohol?
I knew it got pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't really think he cared too much, though. And from there, he started his solo career and released his first album, Blizzard of Oz, in 1980. This is where I started listening to him. I didn't really listen to Black Sabbath until later. From there, he released another 13 albums. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And the first 7 of those went multi-platinum in the United States. That's nuts. Ozzy was a little crazy with some of his well-known antics on stage, and we're all familiar with, you know, the whole biting the head off the bat.
Right.
That was nuts.
Yeah.
Right? I'll never forget about hearing of that. He was accused of Satanism by the Christian community, of course. He sold over 100 million albums.
Wow.
Do the math. That's a lot of fucking money right there.
Yeah.
He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of Black Sabbath in 2006 and again in 2024 as a solo artist. He has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, which I think I even grabbed a picture of that. I think I did when I was just there a couple of weeks ago.
Really?
Yep. As well as England's Birmingham Walk of Stars. Because remember, that's where he was born and raised,
Right.
Birmingham, England. He received the Global Icon Award at MTV's 2014 Europe Music Awards, and in 2015 received the Ivor Novello Award for Lifetime Achievement from the British Academy of Songwriters, Composers, and Authors. That's pretty big. I didn't know about any of that. But it was his wife, Sharon, who created the heavy metal touring festival, Ozfest, which hit the stage in 1996, and that continued through 2010.
Right.
It's a long time. Ozzy became a reality star on his show, The Osbournes, along with his wife and 2 kids, Kelly and Jack, and that aired from 2002 to 2005. So he's a busy dude doing concerts and doing the TV show. He also co-starred in another series, which I didn't even know about, called Ozzy and Jack's World Detour.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, 2016 to 2018. And then the Osbournes Want to Believe, and that lasted for 1 year. And that was in 2020. I never heard of that one either. Now, here's something which I didn't know, and it makes a lot of sense now. At the age of 11, he was sexually abused by school bullies.
Oh, I knew he was bullied.
Oh, he was sexually abused.
I didn't know that.
How about that shit? That's awful. And because of this, he had attempted suicide numerous times when he was just a teenager. I get it. I can, this is where I feel like everything, like why he was so out of control. Growing up, he was in a few plays at school, such as Gilbert and Sullivan's, The Mikado, and HMS Pinafore. He was 14 years old when he heard the Beatles for the first time, and that is what inspired him to become a musician. Ozzy said, quote, "It was the Beatles that made me realize I was going to be a rock star for the rest of my life."
Yeah, I did know that. I knew that it was his lifelong passion was to meet Paul McCartney. And, I mean, they'd run into each other a couple times, but they never actually talked. And then it was on the Howard Stern show that they actually finally got to meet. And you should have seen Ozzy. He was giddy, like a fanboy. I mean, he was like so excited that he finally got to meet and talk to Paul McCartney.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Now, he quit school at the age of 15. He dropped out, and he worked as a construction site laborer. He trained as a plumber, apprentice tool maker. I love this one, car factory horn tuner. And he even worked at a slaughterhouse. But it was at the age of 17 when he was convicted of robbing a clothes shop. And when he couldn't pay the fine related to the theft, he was incarcerated for 6 weeks at the Winson Green prison in Birmingham, England. And he was incarcerated because his dad wanted to teach him a little lesson, and his dad wasn't going to pay that fine.
Right.
He's like, nope, he's got to go. He's got to go. So there you have a brief description of Ozzy.
That's cool, babe.
Yeah. So rest in peace. I hope him and Randy Rhoads are rocking it in the afterlife.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
Yep. Now, it seems that there was a little bit of a reaping that happened this July.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not only did we lose Ozzy, but also Terry Jean Bollea, better known as
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
He was just 72 years old. He was a force to be reckoned with in the World Wrestling Federation. Remember? WWF?
Oh, yeah.
And then I think it went to like WWE. It changed his title.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Now, he was quite the character with that bleach blonde hair. He was kind of balding on top, but he had the whole rug thing around it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I just seen him, you know, right? He was this big muscle man, super dark tan, and he was always wearing either yellow or like white.
Red.
Red?
Yellow and red were his colors.
Oh, I remember yellow and white.
Yeah.
I don't know where my brain is.
Because he wore white in
When he was good.
in Rocky 3. Right? You know, with the feather boa and
Yeah.
yeah.
Very always screaming. His eyes would be bulging out of his eyeballs, or his eyes would be bulging out of his head. You know, he was born in Augusta, Georgia.
Really?
He's a Georgia boy.
I thought he was from Florida.
Nope. He was born on August 11th, 1953, and he died on July 24th, 2 days after Ozzy.
Yeah.
2 days. I was like, what? Well, these aren't the only guys who left the earth this month. There's a huge long list. I'm just going to talk about a couple more. So there's Michael Madsen,
Yeah.
right? He passed away on July 3rd. He was in a ton of Quentin Tarantino films, like The Kill Bills, Reservoir Dogs, Donnie Brasco, The Hateful Eight, which I highly recommend. That's nuts. Did you ever see that, Angela? Or anybody?
Yeah.
Crazy. That's a crazy movie.
Yeah.
That's a crazy Quentin Tarantino movie.
I dressed up as him for Halloween one year from Reservoir Dogs because we had to switch. Like the girls had to dress up as guys and guys had to dress up as girls. So I went as him because that was my favorite.
Oh, cool.
You know, I still haven't seen that movie.
Reservoir Dogs?
Oh my God.
You say that every time.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen it. And every time it's like, really? Todd's like, you haven't seen it? I'm like, no, we've talked about this like a zillion times. And we always talk about watching
And I'm
it
always
together, and we
surprised
don't.
every time you say
Every time you're
Yeah,
surprised.
I know.
It's almost like you have Alzheimer's. It's fun.
What'd you say?
Exactly. He was just 67 years old when he died. He's a native Chicago boy. He died of cardiac arrest in Malibu, California, in his home. And his cardiology confirmed this because he's had a long-standing cardiac history due to alcoholism.
No, no.
Yeah. And I've seen that when people are severe alcoholics, their hearts are just ginormous. It's sad because it can be reversed. Just stop drinking. Then there was the crazy story of the golfer that was struck by lightning during the Ballyowen golf course in Jersey on July 8th. He died 2 days later in the hospital. He was just 28 years old, and his name was Simon Mariani. And this was during an Ironman golf competition. He was struck at the 15th hole. That's nuts.
That reminds me of Caddyshack.
I know, me too. Remember, that was the old guy that was playing. It was the best golf game of his life.
The priest, yeah.
It was the priest.
Yeah.
There's dogs blowing around, and everyone's like, get off the golf course. He's like, no. Best game of his life. So anyway, I just thought, oh my gosh. And what's crazy, like if you Google deaths in July, you will not, like famous deaths, you're going to be like floored.
Yeah.
There's many, 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 many more.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So on Father's Day, I bought Todd this book from Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called The Book of Unusual Knowledge. And I'm going to confess now, I've taken possession of this book.
It's a cool book.
It's a cool book. Now, this book is roughly 2 inches thick, and it's what I've started thumbing through before I go to bed. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff in this book that we can talk about on Ron Robin. So this is going to be like one of my points of knowledge that I'm going to take from this book. So here's one that I thought was fun. Let's talk about the history of underwear.
Oh.
Just for a moment.
Okay.
Bloomers.
Yeah. So the earliest form of underwear was a loincloth. We're not surprised.
We're not surprised.
And it's simply a freaking piece of material that you wear between your legs, and then you like kind of tie it around your waist.
Mm-mm.
I'm going to try to say this. King Tutankhamun.
Just say King
You know
Tut.
what? King Tut. You know, he was buried with 145 loincloths.
Really? He was a collector.
What? I'm trying to think, why would he, what? Of all the things in the afterlife, he needs a change of loincloth.
His mom must have said, you know what?
Maybe they were loincloths of all of his lovers. He wanted to be buried with the scent of... Ew.
Oh.
All right, I'll leave it there. I was just thinking, not a bad idea, King Tut.
I can't ever use the word sense now. Now that's tainted. Gross. All I'm thinking of is like some sweaty ball, musk, loincloth.
Musty, very musty loincloth.
Crusty.
Okay, so
Ew.
King Tut was a slut.
King Tut was a slut.
Well, maybe his mom
He was a boy slut.
Maybe his mom wanted to make sure he had plenty of change for the afterworld, you know?
Could be, but I'm going with Christine's twisted version of why. If we can't talk shit about King Tut, who can we talk shit about?
Maybe his name was sewn on the inside of all the loincloths.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Right. What? Hey.
gotta keep things drawers for accidents.
That's right. You can still poop your pants in the afterlife, son. You have a poopy problem. That's what it was. All right. Moving on with more history. All right. In the Middle Ages, men wore loose trouser-like undergarments called brays. I think that's how you say it. B-R-A-I-E-S. Brays.
Yeah.
All right. Now, these were basically like really thin cloth pants that tied around their waist and kind of stretched down about mid-calf. I've seen those in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. A lot of timepiece movies. And these were fitted...
Outlander.
There you go. Now, these were fitted with a cod piece.
Yeah.
And I always wondered what that was. I didn't really know. And it's basically a button flap, so the gentleman could quickly rip it out to urinate.
Right.
Cod piece. Who named that flap a cod piece?
A fisherman.
Maybe because it smelled like it.
Well, I was gonna say maybe that's where it comes from. That a vagina used to smell like fish, and the fish piece the dipstick for the fish hole. You know, I'm just saying, there's a lineation there.
Fish hole dipstick piece.
How big is a cod? Like, how big is a cod usually? Maybe it's just a reference for the average size of the male penis.
Hun, can you Google
I'm going to Google.
the size of a cod, please?
All right.
So while he's looking
I
that,
think most men wish they had a cod-sized penis.
Probably more like a sardine.
Yeah, they should call it a sardine trap.
you've heard of men and their fish stories, haven't you?
Let me see.
Maybe that's where it comes from.
Exactly, it's just another fishtail.
Oh my God. It's just the weirdest thing. No, I heard cod piece like related to, I thought it was always related to male ballet dancers. That's where, so I really truly didn't know what a cod,
Again,
Okay, so
that still tracks.
codfish
right.
can range from 2 feet to over 6 feet long.
Well, there you go. It was a man who designed the cod piece as well.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it was probably more like 2 feet, not 6 feet.
Sardine realities for cod fantasies.
For real. All right. So then we have medieval women, and they also wore something called a chemise. That's what it was called. Same thing, basically.
Yep.
But for women, they call it a chemise. And that was in the 18th century. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, I love this one, chastity was of utmost importance. So in order to keep those that were in a serious relationship or marriage, chastity belts, also called security underwear, hit the market.
Wow.
Yeah. But it wasn't just for women, as I always thought. I always thought it was for women. Nope. They were made for men. Makes sense.
That does make sense.
Yeah. These devices were to assure masculine chastity to keep the men from refraining from sexual relations with any person that didn't hold a key.
You hold the key.
No, bitch, you're not. Nope, I'm locking this up before you go to work. Bye. And I'm wearing that key around my neck. Isn't that funny?
That is great.
So it wasn't right because everything we've ever seen, it's always a woman that's wearing the chastity belt.
But it makes sense for that. I mean,
It's those men. You gotta watch them.
Yeah. Put a lock on it.
Put a lock on it, you son bitch.
Ding! What's that sound?
It's right. All right, now get this. This is the last bit of underwear history. Came along the thong. Thong.
Thong, 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 thong.
Thong. All right. It made us...
Because it makes that noise.
Right. Now, it made its first public appearance. This blew my mind. In the United States at the 1939 World's Fair.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't think it was made until like the 80s.
Well, you know, I just came across a picture of like a seal fur thong from like Antarctica.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I mean,
you get cold if you don't cover those bits.
That's well, that's what I'm saying. Apparently, they didn't care about keeping their cheeks warm.
Oh, interesting.
But
So apparently, New York Mayor Fiorello LaGuardia required nude dancers to cover themselves just barely. That's when the thong made its appearance. And what are nude dancers doing at the World Fair? The World's Fair.
well, I mean,
Cabaret style?
back then it wasn't. I mean, it just wasn't that big a deal as it is today. It's like,
Yeah. So the thong's been around a minute,
wow,
and they're still worn today.
they're still worn today.
You got to get used to them.
Okay, so but you got the thong sandals too. So
We're talking about underwear.
I know, but what I mean,
Oh, like because it goes between the...
yeah.
Maybe that's where they came up with it. Just enough to cover that sweet little spot.
Don't look at my toe cleavage.
Don't look at my toe cleavage.
I don't know. For girls that always have had some butt, they really should have named them Kindle strips. Because when the girls with big butts get to walking, you know they're trying to make a fire. You know.
It gets hot down
You know
there.
that thing, that little horrific string is just twisting and twirling, just waiting for kindling. Kindle strips. That's what those underwears are. Kindle strips.
Kindle strips.
Trying to start fires everywhere you go.
And that can't feel good.
No, it cannot feel good. I've never been a fan. I don't get it. I got too much ass, apparently.
Well, I thonged it for many, many years. Now I can't stand them. I'm like, nope. I'm a full butt underwear now. I like it.
I have a delicate crack, apparently.
It's very sensitive down there.
I liked them until after I had my kids. And now I look back at the ones, I don't know, I might move back to them now because the fabric and the material has gotten a lot better. But remember the ones we used to wear back in the 90s with like all the ruffle and ruching and shit? I'm like, how do I stick this in my ass?
And never wait, please.
Looks like very uncomfortable. It's like having a plastic nylon rope in between your butt cheeks.
Yeah, exactly. Kindle wear.
Weird.
Well, the worst part, I mean, I like thongs with some material, but the worst ones were the ones that was a straight up string. It was like an elastic band.
Yeah.
You remember those? Those are horrible. I didn't like them.
I'm still a fan of thongs, and I have my favorite pair. I'm wearing my favorite pair right now.
It's called a banana hammock. And Dad's not going to stop wearing them.
Nope.
Nope. All right. Well, I've got, the cutest little heartwarming story to share with you guys. I think in another show, like Nina had referenced, about animals pairing up with a completely different type of animal for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like what'd you say, Nina? Something about a deer nursing a
Golden retriever.
golden retriever. Do you remember
or
it was
vice
something?
versa, yeah.
Yeah, or vice versa, right?
Yeah, you see that all the time, like
Yeah.
mommy animals will just start like, like a dog is like, I don't know, milking a bobcat, like it's just like the oddest combination, but somehow they found each other.
Come here, little bobcat. I'm going to milk you.
Nursing. It's called nursing.
No, I like the milking. That's where I'm sticking with that one forevermore. Come here, I'm going to milk you.
What's that other movie where you meet the parents or meet the Fockers or whatever, and he's like, really? You milked a cat?
It's got
You
teeth.
get on the nipples and you just milked the cat?
Oh my God, I love that movie. That is like, I love that freaking movie. I'm going to have to watch it again. Oh my goodness. Well, so I've got a story that I know you guys are going to love because we love that kind of shit. So I came across a story earlier this week or 2 weeks ago. I'm like, I got to save that because the first person I thought about was you, Nina. So it's a story about a golden doodle named Harley who lives in Virginia, and he saved a drowning fawn in a lake. Yep. So Harley and his owner were, kind of hanging out. They live on this lake, so they're just hanging out outside per usual. And then the guy, Harley's owner kind of looked over and he's like, where's my dog? Now, Harley loves to go and just jump in the lake and go swimming. So he's like, he's probably out there. So he's looking and looking and looking. And then a couple 100 yards down from where he thought his dog would be, is where he saw his dog. He's like, what's that? Something is up. Something's a little unusual there. Well, Harley ran out into the lake and started swimming and nudging this baby fawn to get to the shore. What?
Wait, hold on. Are you going to tell me? And he came up and he was nursing a cod.
Wait.
The cod hanging from his teeth. That's where I'm expecting this story to go.
Come here. I've got a cod. I'm going to milk you with my cod.
This whole story took a different turn now. Milking the cod. Don't milk the cod.
See how this is all gelling?
Oh
my God. I have visuals unlike anything I expected to have visuals about.
All right, I'm sorry. So the dog goes into the water, and then what happens?
Okay. So he's nudging this little fawn, like, you got to go this way because this thing is floundering. Like, it doesn't have a direction. This fawn is going to drown. So he's pushing it along and swimming right along with the fawn and gets it up on the shore. So, like, the, owner's like, holy shit, this is insane. And as soon as the fawn and Harley got to shore, like, he wasn't sure what was going to happen, right? So Harley stayed with that fawn because, of course, as you can imagine, it's weak.
Right.
It's all shaky and can't stand, and it's just kind of, that dog would not leave this fawn. Stayed until they noticed a big doe showed up, and she kept her distance. And so, once the fawn had gotten its strength back, the owner took Harley and they kind of beat it into the house. And so the mom came up, the doe or the fawn, they ended up taking off, going back into the woods. So the next morning, so the owner of Harley, his name is Ralph, and his wife's name is Patricia. So it's the next morning, having coffee, just relaxing, and Harley is like acting really weird. Like he's like nuts, like Sarge gets nuts, like window to window to window to window, and pouncing back and forth and like super, super anxious. So they're like, what the hell? So they open up the door because they're like, all right, he's got to go out. So what happened was, as soon as they opened the door, they heard a baby cry, and it was the baby fawn crying at the edge of the tree line. And this dog hauled ass. I'm getting shivers. This dog hauled ass, and the mom is there with it as well. So the fawn and its mother. And so the dog ran up. As soon as the fawn saw Harley, it stopped crying for him. And they're like sniffing each other and touching noses and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, okay, you're good. And then Harley just walked back home. Like, okay, my buddy's here. And they've never, ever seen them again.
Wow.
Isn't that sweet?
I just wanted to say thank you.
I love you. Come here. I know. I thought that was so sweet. I'm like, aw. It's like, we got to go thank that dog. Let's go.
Yep.
Where was this?
It's the right thing to do.
It's in Virginia.
Wow. Did it not have alligators anywhere except for Florida? I'm thinking, like, how did this deer survive being in a lake for that long? Like in Florida, that deer would have been dead.
Oh, he would have been dead immediately. I don't think they have, in Virginia, I think it's too cold for alligators.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think only up until South Carolina there's alligators.
Really?
And as far over as Texas, right?
I have no idea.
I don't really.
I mean, I guess so. 'Cause
Texas?
There's lots of alligators in
That makes
Louisiana.
sense.
Wow.
Yeah, there's gators over there.
I don't like them.
Swamp people.
They got them gators.
I love that show.
So those people may live in the swamp, but they got millions of dollars.
Yeah, they're
Millions
living
upon
large.
millions of dollars. They're some of the richest
They
people in this
earn
country.
it.
It's crazy. That one guy, he owns like tons of fast food franchises. He doesn't just do like the gator hunting.
Troy Landry.
Yeah, that's like his side gig.
Is he selling
Yeah.
gator tail?
No, he has like McDonald's and Subways and
Oh.
stuff like that. Yeah.
They actually have a restaurant down in New Orleans that we went to too. It's one of his restaurants. There's two of them down there, and we went to one, and oh my God, it was the best food.
So what kind of fare
So
is
good.
it?
Seafood.
Not
Like,
gator.
Really fancy seafood.
Oh.
I think gator was on the menu, but I didn't get it.
I've had gator tail, and
I
it's
was-
delicious.
Really?
Yeah.
I've not.
What about you guys, Christine or Nina? Have you guys ever had gator tail?
I love gator tail. I like rabbit.
It's good.
Too. Fried rabbit.
Never had a rabbit. I'm afraid to since
But I'm a fan. It does taste like a weird fishy chicken.
you think it tastes fishy? It's very much white meat. It's white meat. I think it's really good.
Gator?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super good.
I've had rattlesnake, and I thought that was very similar to chicken.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Now I'm afraid to eat rabbit because all I can think about is what was that movie with Michael Douglas and Glenn Close?
The hand that rocks the cradle.
No.
Fatal Attraction.
Oh,
Fatal Attraction. Remember the bunny was boiling on the pot on the
yeah.
sink
Oh.
I
on
thought
the
that was
stove.
the hand that rocks the cradle.
No, that was with
Wow.
That's
Rebecca
Rebecca
De Mornay.
Good morning.
Another
Wow.
crazy movie.
Yeah.
She plays
It's
a good
great
crazy.
movie.
Both of those ladies play good crazy women. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, does anybody have anything they want to say before we get into our recommendations?
I went to a Shinedown concert on Friday.
Oh, cool. Oh, we saw them too.
Shinedown.
Yeah, Little
That's awesome.
Caesars
Yeah.
Arena.
Yeah.
Oh, it was fantastic.
They opened.
Bush was there.
Oh.
Yeah, we saw them. They opened up for Godsmack.
They killed it. Godsmack sucked after Shinedown.
Well,
Shinedown.
I mean, they didn't suck, but they
Did not give a performance anywhere
the
near.
Shinedown show. I mean, and dude was out in the crowd singing too. You know, he came right off the stage.
yeah.
Yeah. It was cool. He's got a great voice.
Good for you,
He
Angela.
does.
That would have been fun. I would have to say that was one of my more favorite bands to listen to live.
Yeah.
I've been to quite a few, and I've seen them twice. I saw them up at Soaring Eagle a few years ago, and they put on a great show. And then Friday night was a fantastic show. Like, they rocked it. It was super cool. Adam had gotten tickets for Riley for her birthday. So her fiance and Adam and I went. It was super cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Super cool.
We saw them at DTE, right?
We did. Yep.
Outdoor amphitheater. Great show.
Nice.
Good for
We had
you.
a lot of fun things happen that night.
We did.
Yeah.
We won't go into those.
We will. We got some great stories that we just keep to ourselves.
Those are personal. Very personal. All right. Well, it's time to get on with our round robin recommendations.
Recommendations.
Yay.
All right, Nina, you're up.
Okay, so I think this week we watched the Happy Gilmore 2 movie. Yeah. I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen the original. Of course, I liked it back then. I thought this one was cute. I mean, it was Adam Sandler style, and I like that he can poke fun at aging while, still being nostalgic about it. And it was a good time. There were some laughs. I enjoyed it.
You know,
I liked it. What I love about Adam Sandler movies is that it's kind of like there's a little bit of, breaking the fourth wall veil when it comes to movie making. Like some of the scenes, they're funny just because you know that Adam Sandler put them in the movie because he thought it was funny. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not necessarily, there are parts where they're not generically funny, but it's funny because like, his sense of humor, and you're like, he thought that was hysterical, so he put that in there. And then you kind of giggle. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
we watched it
So it's
too.
like-
I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's like a fourth wall kind of, the fourth veil in movie making. So it's like you're watching the movie and it's a movie and you get lost in the movie, but at the same time you're reminded that it's a movie. Does that make sense? I'm not sure if I can describe that.
You
well
lost
enough.
me. Because I'm like, what is the fourth veil? What is it? What is it? So
Like
I'm
the fourth
ignorant.
wall, like they talk about in reality TV. Like reality TV, they never talk about all the cameras around. But
Right.
sometimes they freak out and then you see the producers and the writers scrambling. So it's like the fourth wall or whatever they call it. Like,
As an actor, you're not supposed to break the fourth wall. That fourth wall is an imaginary line between you and the audience. That's what keeps the illusion alive. So if an actor stops to directly talk to the audience, that would be considering breaking the fourth wall. So I think what she means is, like, there are times in the movie where you can see the essence of him, where it may not be what you would consider strategically funny, but it happened organically. And because Adam Sandler is who he is, he didn't take it out of the film. He left it there, and it's kind of like an Easter egg for his fans.
Well, that was
It's kind
very
of like
well
an Easter egg
explained.
for the fans. Like, if you're a fan of Adam Sandler, you're going to think that's funny. You're going to know why it's funny, but it may not be apparent to, like, just the average person.
Right.
yeah, like even in the way he uses cameos. You know what I mean? It's like he's giving his fans what they expect, whether or not it really jives with the movie. Do you know
Gotcha.
what I mean?
Yes, that makes perfect
I just-
sense now.
Yeah, it's a whole nother level to Adam Sandler movies that just, make me giggle. I don't know.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I liked it.
I thought it was well done. And
Yeah.
for a sequel, it was just as good. And one recommendation I would throw out there, though, is brush up on the first one. Because it's been years.
Yeah.
Years and years since I saw, the first Happy Gilmore. So that would
But
be...
I did like the... Oh, sorry.
Nope, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
I was going to say, on that note, I agree with you, but I think that he did a good job, too, kind of flashing back to the original one, because he did put a lot of the old movie as reference, because there were times where I was like, who is this character? Like, they don't look anything like I remember them even being in the movie.
Right.
And then they'll show it,
right.
from before, so you can kind of catch up a little bit. So I thought that was nice.
Yeah, it was good. And I also thought it was cool because, it's been, I don't know how many years since the first movie to this one, 30 years, was it?
30 years, yeah.
30 years. So, I thought it was cool that like all the old broadcast news, sportscasters and all that, there were a lot, and the, of course, very well-known real golfers, right? All kind of sitting around, like Jack Nicholson, still alive. I'm like, this might be his very last appearance. You know what I mean? Some of these guys are some pretty old timers. So I just thought, wow, how cool is that they were all still around for this movie?
Right.
So I like that. Yeah, good recommendation. All right, Angela, what you got?
So I think it was last week, Adam and I, we saw an interview with Richard Dreyfuss, and he was talking about the movie Jaws. And I told Adam, I was like, I haven't seen that movie in a few years. I'd like to watch it. And Netflix was like, hey, Jaws is coming in a week. So we watched that last night. And he had only seen it 2-3 times. Didn't remember hardly any of the movie. And then I've seen it like 100.
Ditto.
Right.
And we talk about sharks all the time on this podcast.
Right.
So, yeah, that's my recommendation.
Oh, that's
We're
a good one.
Yeah,
Continue with the series.
Yeah, nice.
Isn't it the 50th anniversary of Jaws?
Oh, my God, is it really?
I think
What
so.
was that?
Todd said he thinks it's like the 50th anniversary of Jaws. Could that be right? No, that's not right.
It is.
It is?
It is because it came out in 1975, the year him and I were born.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep.
I saw my dad, great memory here on this one. So my dad took my sister and I. So remember on, was it 69, the old highway that went to Lansing?
Yeah.
Remember there was a drive-in theater out there?
Yeah.
So my dad took my sister and I to see Jaws at the drive-in. I remember being so freaking scared.
Was it Jaws 3D?
No, it was the first Jaws. I was like 5. Because I'm the old lady in the group. and gosh, I think it was like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, Emily wanted to watch it because it was on Netflix then. And I was like, should I let her watch it? I'm like, hell yeah, I watched it. My dad took me in 5. She freaking loved it.
Yeah.
She loved it. She watched, because like on Netflix, they have like all of them.
Yeah.
So it's good binging.
Yeah.
Good one. How about you, babe?
Well, we watched The Ritual.
We want to do, why don't we talk about that one?
The
We're going to
Ritual.
do a combo. We're going to pull on Nina and Christine.
Yeah. Okay, so we watched a scary movie called The Ritual, and it's these, group of 5 blokes.
5 mates.
5 mates from England, and one of them tragically passes away.
He's murdered
Yeah.
in the beginning.
Yeah. And
After this guy says, this is what we're going to do for our annual guys trip.
Right. So in honor, after this friend passes away, they want to honor their friend, and they take his ashes up to, this place in Sweden.
They wanted to go hike. So this guy wanted to do a guys trip hiking in the mountains in Sweden.
Yeah. So they go up to the top of this mountain, and they have a little, hoo-yah, a little ceremony for him and stuff. Well, everything goes horribly bad with this trip for these fellas out in the wilderness in Sweden, and there's like some old pagan stuff going on, and they get caught up in the middle of it. And I don't want to give too much away, but this movie keeps you on the edge of your seat.
It really does.
I mean, it's like, whoa, holy crap, and you get the EBGBs and the, oh, and I'm kind of thinking, and it really did remind me of like some of the F-bomb stories I've done, and I'm kind of thinking, okay, we got some forest creatures in this movie for sure. And like I said, I don't want to give it too much away, but yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It was a good stumble. And here's the funny thing. We'd actually watched like the first 5 minutes of this movie before and fell asleep. So I already saw the first 5 minutes of it, and I was like, okay.
I didn't remember.
All right, I remember we tried to watch this show, but
maybe it was just too late when we started
I think it probably was like 2:00 in the morning or something. And
it was one of those late nights.
One of those late nights, but anyways, yeah. So I give it 3 thumbs up.
Oh, now we're thumbsing it?
Yeah.
We have a thumb score?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I give it a 3 out of 2.
I got my 3 thumbs. Yeah, it was a good one. Definitely recommend it.
Yep.
Definitely recommend it. All right, everyone. Well, thank you. That was fun. Yep. So anyway, that's our show, and we will see you guys all back on Friday for F-Bomb. Have a great week, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Later.
Adios.
Adios, amigos.